Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be explaining to you how to maintain motivation around the law of attraction, but also just in general, like how can you feel motivated to do what you want to do and maintain it without dropping off. Well, as I say in all my videos, we don't get in life that which we want, but we always get a reflection of who we are being. Now, when we become aware of who we're being in the present moment, that's where the process starts. Because if we see that there's some things that we don't want to experience, we can then start to tailor ourselves from the inside out by changing our self-image, the beliefs we have, what we define to be true, so our definitions. And as we begin to do this, we start to optimize who we are being in the present moment to then change the outer reflection that we get. And I think this video can really allow you to optimize who you are being, understanding this idea from a deeper concept so that you can really embody the best version of yourself. Now realize that with motivation, where a lot of people go short is they drop the vision for what they want to experience, or they simply don't have a vision to begin with. So when it comes to the law of attraction or experiencing what we want, and I always say that it's more about the embodiment of it than necessarily the mentalism part of it. So the more that we are acting, the more that we are feeling into it, and the more that we are taking action, the more that we begin to actually shift to that kind of experience. So understand that the motivation is only a short-term play. The feeling of feeling motivated to do something, and it won't last until you make it a part of your self-image, as like just a part of who you are. And you can even think about this when it comes to thinking about going to the gym. Now, if you don't go to the gym, and then you have to, for a short period of time, feel motivated to go to the gym, once you do it for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, eventually it becomes very easy because you start to tailor it into your self-image for who you are. You no longer have to try so hard, and you don't have to have the motivation because it's already in the self-image that you have. It's already start to be on autopilot. Now, I want to propose to you that to really experience what you want in your life, you have to have a vision for what you want to experience. You have to start to embody who you prefer to be. And as you begin to do that, you give yourself a direction for what you want to experience, and that's when you can really start to decide who you prefer to be. So with this process, and I could use this as an example, I talked about it a little bit in yesterday's video. I had to have motivation the first 2 or 3 weeks of making videos every single day, but once I did it enough, it's like it just became on autopilot. I get up every day, I do what I'm supposed to do, and in there somewhere is creating a video. I don't have to be motivated because it's part of my self-image, it's part of my work ethic, it's part of who I am. So because of that, it's something that's on autopilot. What you can start to do is realize that when you have a vision for what you want to experience, when you start to go in that direction by changing the beliefs you have about who you are, the self-image you have, maybe if you don't view yourself as someone that goes to the gym, you could start to embody that by going to the gym and literally conditioning yourself for experiencing that over and over again until it becomes a part of who you are. And the more that you do it, the easier it gets. So maintaining motivation is only necessary until it becomes a part of our body consciousness, until it becomes something that is just on autopilot. And all we have to do is maintain it until it becomes a part of who we are. This could mean just a couple times of doing it. It could mean 2 or 3 weeks. But realize that consistency and what I call holding the frame is the key to it. Now, the next part of this video is understanding how our motivational mechanism works. And the way it works is that based upon how and what we define to be pleasurable and what we define to be painful, that's what will determine in what direction we move. Now, what this means is that we choose what we associate pleasure with, and we choose what we associate pain with. We will always move in the direction of what brings us pleasure, and we will always move in the direction away from what we think brings us pain. So the best part about this is you define what that is based upon your definitions. Me, for example, if you were to give me fast food, I would not feel pleasure when I ate it. And the reason being is because I don't define that as something that is beneficial for me. Now, there was a period of time when I went from eating not so good to eating healthy where I didn't enjoy it as much, but eventually my taste buds changed. Eventually I associated so much pleasure with eating kale or cucumbers and spinach or all of these nutrient-rich dense foods. The more I did it, the more it became a part of who I am, and the more it was easier for me to do because it's just a part of who I am. The same thing with going to the gym. The same thing with creating videos. Realize that it's all about what you define to be true, what you define to be something you enjoy doing, and when you have a vision is when you can start to move in that direction, when you have a goal, and then the key becomes acting in the present moment in that right now. Don't need to do it later. You don't need to go to the gym in 2 weeks when you start, whether it's a New Year's resolution or whatever it is. Start to embody it as soon as possible, and then you'll start to see the reflection once you keep maintaining your frame. So this is about what you define to be true, what you define to be something that brings you pleasure, what you define that brings you pain, and realizing that you can change that by having the vision for what you want to experience, a goal. And if you maintain it, that vision, the motivation will be there naturally because it's in the direction of where you're going and it's a part of the process. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, share it if you found it of value, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.